This is Super Crew. I came back from getting the food pantry. We like to talk about today's subject will be enlightenment. We want to talk about the subject of Angkor Wat, and we want to do a little thing video here, but in relationship to you know, let me see. Here you go. And I believe that let's go. We're gonna listen to the Billy Carson. He was talking thing that I was talking basically on many years ago, and he is hitting on the subject, and this is absolutely incredible. Just FYI. So this is about like I will touch on it, and this is good subject about Billy Carson right here, and his alien encounter, and he talked about the Angkor Wat now. It started at around 1 hour and 15 minutes. Located in Cambodia.
Oh wow, okay.
And it's a pyramidal type structure. It's got the three rises on it, and it looks like poured rock. It's massive. It's megalithic. The X-Men mansion is based on this thing.
Can we bring that up, Mark?
All right. And what's it called? Angkor Wat. Angkor. 2 words. Angkor. Angkor. Then Wat. Wat. Now, what's interesting about Angkor Wat is the legend of the indigenous people there.
Yeah, I've seen this.
Is that it was built in a day and a night.
But is this like biblical day and night? Like obviously.
No, it's day and night. They said the gods built it in a day and a night. But that's not only the only account of hearing that. It's been said in many, many different cultures around the world that a lot of these structures were built at a very rapid pace. In other words, again, foreknowledge, understanding, construction techniques. They have the whole thing ready to go. They understood. There's the one in the middle there. The middle down right here to the right. Right. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Now look at that moat. This moat, which goes around Angkor Wat, I forget how many hectares it is, but it's more mass of mud removed to create that moat around Angkor Wat than the pyramid itself.
Oh, so the moat isn't natural?
No, it's man-made.
What?
It's more mass than the Great Pyramid by multitudes. Now,
Meaning they had to excavate.
They had to excavate.
And how did they get the water for it? Did they excavate up until a river or
Good
something?
question.
Yeah.
There's mountains. There's a flow of water coming in. There's some water coming from underneath, and also they had to utilize that water for irrigation. So you're talking about calculus. You're talking about geology.
Yeah.
You're talking about advanced mathematics. You're talking about excavation tech. There it goes. Right. Look at this. Look. Excavation technique.
I mean, that's insane.
You don't, as a civilization that long ago, say, you know what, let's drain all of our resources to dig this hole in the ground.
So there's no way that was already naturally forming.
No, they created it from scratch.
I mean, it's a perfect square.
That's they created it from scratch. And what's interesting about it is this.
Shit.
You don't move more mass in the Great Pyramid on a hope and a wish that it's going to work. Think about that for a minute. Do you drain your entire civilization's resources to dig out that much mass and hope it's going to create irrigation and water flow and sustain its height and levels and everything else?
No. I mean, this is more impressive. Digging out that much
foreknowledge.
Mud is way more impressive.
This is foreknowledge. You don't do this. You don't start a project like this until you already know it's going to work.
But like, how would you even... Like, I can understand the idea of moving big blocks, right? Mm-hmm. And even cutting big blocks. Yeah. But digging out a moat of that size with what?
Yeah, exactly.
Shovels? You know what I mean? Like a block is the size that it is, right? You can maybe carve it out of, some sort of like limestone valley. And then let's say you could move it with ancient techniques that are, seem pretty rudimentary to us now, but in reality they were effective. Let's say that. Moving big things is possible.
It's possible.
But to dig out that much, I mean, it would just be hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people with, a shovel can't even be that big at a certain point in time. It's like, what the
13 feet deep.
13 feet deep. Yeah.
Pretty wild.
When you do the math.
And then how do you maintain the walls?
Yeah. It's all...
Because wouldn't, like you see this... But you see this happen, I think, with rivers, like the reason why rivers have these bends in them. There's a mathematical formula that can predict the bends in a river.
Correct.
And the erosion patterns that happen on rivers cause the river water to sway, which further erodes, and then the water comes back in the other direction, which further erodes. So you can actually calculate the bends in a river. The same thing, I mean, granted, water's not flowing here, but it would flow in. You would have erosion of these walls, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that seems pretty
logical. That's incredible.
So are they reinforcing it in some way?
It has to be. I mean, I have not been able to dive down there and
crazy.
look myself, but it has to be reinforced. It has to be a water break of some type that keeps it from, and it's also a pool.
Is this water stale?
No, it's fresh. It's good water.
But flowing from where? Like eventually, water would go stale.
It rotates down from the mountains. It flows through, and then even they have these tubes that go out and irrigate fields local nearby. So they also use it for irrigation. This is advanced knowledge.
And this is how many years ago?
Thousands of years ago. They try to say that this was built only about maybe 800 years ago by this king who lived to the age of, I think he only lived to the age of 45. It would have been impossible for that work to be done with the rudimentary tools that they said he used in the time frame that he was alive. And you look at the glyphs, this thing is littered with hieroglyphs. I mean, sophisticated hieroglyphs that are laser etched, and every square inch is covered, which means we're talking about something, in my opinion, super ancient. This thing could be 20, 30,000 years old. I think the king who put his name on it did what everyone else does. Goes
find
in,
some hot shit,
cleans it up.
Yeah,
it's mine. You know, refurbishes it a little bit. This is mine. I built this. No, you didn't build it.
Is there any cool stuff that's in the hieroglyphs or the?
Well, there you go, right there, the dinosaur.
The what?
See that dinosaur, that Stegosaurus?
Right here? No, that's Brontosaurus.
Down left. Down left. Brontosaurus. Down left.
Oh, there's the Stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I took a picture right next to that thing. There's several of them over there. And so what it proves is...
Oh, no.
It proves that these people knew what the dinosaurs looked like with the meat on their bones, which is pretty interesting.
Oh, no.
So even if they found a skeleton, they might not see, like, all the scales and stuff.
And the muscle structure and everything.
Yeah, to me, it's the muscle structure that's more impressive than the actual...
Yeah.
Now, is it possible... Wow. Fuck.
Yeah.
That one's tricky.
Yeah.
How, did Stegosauri exist in this part of the world?
I don't know.
Like, can we look at Asia and see if there's...
I've never looked into it.
I imagine, like, the landmass that is China now extended into the Asian Pacific.
Yeah, it's all, you know.
So it would be possible that these animals would be frequenting these locations millions of years ago. Whoa! Okay, what other cool things that just make no sense?
This is where they filmed the Temple of Doom.
Got it.
Yeah, Temple of Doom was filmed there at Tao Prom, which I went to Tao Prom. But these sites are all really majestic and super ancient.
But what about are there other like dinosaur images?
Yeah,
is there other imagery of anything else?
4 more dinosaur images at the temple. I don't know if you can.
What about the top left one, Mark?
Right here?
Yeah. What is that? There's a long-necked creature. It could be a camel.
Looks like an elephant.
That's an elephant.
That looks like an elephant.
Yeah, they have a lot of elephants in the.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Look at these 3D glyphs, though. They're pretty elaborate.
Oh my God!
And they're all over
Detail.
the place. Imagine covering hundreds of miles with those glyphs nonstop from the top of the wall, from the bottom of the wall to the top of the wall.
Okay, let's assume, for example, it did happen 800 years ago. What other majestic creations did this culture that was clearly so advanced for the time create? It wouldn't be one thing, right?
No.
It would be many, like you see in Egypt.
Yeah.
There are many different pyramids. There are many different structures. So what else is...
There's about 40 incredible temples around that same area.
Got it. So it's not just this one thing.
No, it's not just that one thing. There are literally, I haven't even been to all the temples yet, and I've been there twice. It takes 38 hours to get there.
What?
Yeah, it takes 38 hours to get there, man.
Why?
It's hard to get there. That's how far away it is. You gotta fly from, well, I live in Florida, so I gotta fly from Florida to Qatar usually, from Qatar to Bangkok, from Bangkok to Cambodia. Yeah.
Wow.
Hard to get there.
And what was this temple used for, in your opinion?
Well, that's interesting. There's a gigantic pool on the inside of this. On the second story, it's a megalithic pool that has to weigh, I don't know how many tens of thousands of tons, and it's on the second floor. There's another one on the third floor. There's a famous picture of me getting blessed by a monk sitting in front of one of those pools. The water's not in them. There goes one right there.
Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, what's supporting that structure? I mean, how did they know how to build this? And each one of those stones in the basin are super megalithic, like in Egypt. Massive, like super massive. If I was standing, you'd get some size comparison to how big those stones are. Mm-hmm. And they're just sitting there, you know? And there's no collapse. After all these thousands of years, there's no collapse.
And why would there be collapse?
Well, if you don't understand how to distribute weight loads, if you don't understand calculus and mass ratios, this would collapse. But this is thousands of years, and it's still sitting there perfect. I bet if you fill it with water, the water wouldn't even leak out of it.
And you're saying there's one on the second floor and another on the third floor that actually has water in it?
No, there's no water. They're both empty, probably because they don't want tourists to drown or fall.
Does it rain, do you know?
It's a rainforest, yeah. So it rains all the time.
So maybe the rainy season would fill it with water.
Yeah. Well, they have holes now. There's little port holes they have. I don't know if you can't see them from this angle. No, on this side here. And I think that's used for drainage. But yeah, it's incredible, man.
Wow.
What an incredible place to visit.
All right, guys, I'm very excited to tell you about this next company that is sponsoring this podcast today, because they're literally providing the two things that I need in my life now that I have a 10-week-old baby, okay? They're providing me with, and it's a no-brainer from Neuro. Awful, okay? This is actually a fantastic idea. The Skylight, awesome. You can prompt whatever you want stuff. It has your love off your purchase of a Skylight.
I understand mathematics. I understand spheres. I understand
SKYLIGHT.
I will explain it to it.
CAL.com/flagrant. Mother's Day is coming right up. So order it today to get 15% off your purchase at skylightcal.com/flagrant. Is there any conspiracy theory that's wildly accepted that you disregard?
in regards to which stuff?
Just it could be anything. It could be like 9/11 was an inside job.
Flat
Or
Earth.
like
I don't believe the flat Earth stuff.
you don't buy the flat Earth.
Nah. My teachings in science and real science tell me I understand mathematics, I understand spheres, I understand physics, accretion disks, quantum physics, quantum mechanics, all these things. They spell out how the universe looks mathematically.
Yeah.
The universe itself is a sphere. We're living in a fractal of that.
Oh yeah, I want to get into that.
Wait, one last question about the pyramids. So,
let's go back,
what is the purpose of like the pyramids of Giza?
Oh yes.
Okay, yeah. So the Great Pyramid is a power generation system, or was when the energy shot out of the apex, the magnetized crystal granite obelisk would capture that ambient energy, and if you had something called a JED, you can connect that JED with a wire, which we have pictures of the hieroglyphs of them doing this, to light bulbs and electroplating devices and everything else, and you can power tools.
Okay, let's talk on that since we're on enlightenment talk subject. What Billy Carson saying, he went to Angkor Wat, twice with his visiting over there. I saw him visiting with his Asian wife, or she's Cambodian or something. But the entire idea, he went and observe and research. He traveled the world, right? And he discovered that what locals say, not around the world, including Angkor Wat and all the people that said the gods came and built this temple overnight. Yes, and and this is the stuff I've been talking about about Angkor Wat. I said, I'm from the future. When I was taken to the future, when I went and said Angkor Wat, the AI, the scientist, the professor, doctor of the future, greeted me, welcomed me, and poured their knowledge, and the AI poured knowledge into my brain. And for 32 years and 6 months in practical application, and then they taught me the science of using light and sound to manifest any object they like, to make things silent, to become silent, because everything is made of sound and light, and when you combine the two, you can materialize anything you want. So that's why I was taught manifestation, sound, and then added with Bottomay, which is light, and then thing manifests. And in relationship to the Angkor Wat temple and all the other temple, it was manifested just like that. It was not. There was no carving. There was no anything. Everything just manifested. Uh, you can say it like light, sound, 3D printed. It just only a second, just 1 second time, the whole temple manifests into physical reality. Even the dirt stuff, it just lays it out. You know, and it was just laser it out. It's only 1 second, and then they're able to manifest all the temple all at once. It was simple and easy when you're able to manifest. And now, now, as I tell you, there was no human built. There's no King Vermont number 7. That's just a title to they give to the leader, but he did not build nothing. It was them. It was the teacher, the gods, the Nagash, the alien that came and built it instantly. And not only in Cambodia, all over the world, everything was just materialized into reality from light and sound. And you know,
Shaft, which cuts through solid stone and goes down 65 meters, then another 30 meters down beneath that, which I've been down
I
there.
would comment on.
How in the world did they cut that through solid stones that were already stacked? Some type of a laser cutting tool. And if you look at the mud ramp theory, the floating theory is a farce. You can't float these stones. The second thing we'll look at would be the mud ramp theory.
The floating theory, really quick, is the idea was that the Nile ran right up against.
Right.
I think the pier. So they were taking the stones from the Aswan Valley. I'm pretty sure.
Some of the granite from Aswan, and then some of the stones from not too far away.
But the idea is that you could float them up the Nile,
Right.
so they weren't. Because the original theory, I think, was that they were rolling them across the sand, and people were like,
Rolling
"How
them.
could you possibly
Right.
do that?"
Rolling
But the floating theory, I guess, makes sense in terms of a human's capability to move a heavy object.
Yeah. But you have to displace the mass.
Right.
What are you displacing mass with for that
Okay.
level of mass
Hold on.
in water?
Hold on,
Highly
Philly.
unlikely
Go and
that
ask your
they
question.
would be able to displace that much mass to keep them floating. Otherwise, they sink. I mean, you know, look at all the mafia movies. They just throw you in. You don't come back up, and you have a lot of air in your lungs too.
Yeah. What were they using? Fuck. There's like a video of this. What were they using to keep them afloat?
I forget, palm leaves or something. It was something ridiculous. It wasn't too bright.
It was on logs or something like that, maybe. Anyway, go on.
Yeah. Anyway, so you have that, but then also you have to take a look at the mud ramp theory, which is you need more mass than the Great Pyramid in mud to actually have the mud ramps. So now you have to move more mass than the 2 billion blocks to make the ramp. Again, it didn't make any sense.
The ramp is how they were building the pyramid up in that way, so you need a ramp to bring the blocks up.
Right.
And then when you get on top, do they just slide down? Like, I'm so confused about how you finish that final stone.
It's a bad theory. It's a bad theory.
Well, I guess you could.
So once you start really analyzing the stones, the structures, the way that they're interlocked, you see there's an interlocking design system. And each stone is custom made to be put in place, which means it needs to be created at the moment that it's needed. How do you do that? How you're going to get this stone up this mud ramp or float it up into this area and then put it into a spot that it doesn't really fit? Oh, I made a mistake. It doesn't go here. Doesn't make any sense. The blueprint for the Great Pyramid, for example, was so sound, they had foreknowledge of exactly how to build it and why. And so you see that these stones were made and cut and put into place exactly, precisely when needed. It didn't take 20 years, in my opinion. It probably took maybe less than a year to build that pyramid. Now, what's the purpose of the Great Pyramid?
Why? Why less than a year?
If you look at I took my
I've been there. I've seen it.
I took my Geiger counter.
Yeah.
And my compass and everything else, and you start to realize that this is so high tech. It's like throwing up a house in my neighborhood. It takes them 18 months to throw a house up.
Yeah.
You know, this is not one of those things where we're trying to figure it out as we go. This is something that has been done so many times. It's
Gotcha.
common knowledge.
So this is advanced planning. They had the
Yes.
the logistics and the schematics all built
Right.
out. You need to for how sophisticated it is. I subscribe to that.
Right,
Like
right.
they're not throwing it all together.
Well, check this out. The Great Pyramid, if you calculating by the size of the base and the size of the stones, you can calculate the time, 365 days in a year. You can calculate the distance from the Earth to the Moon. You can calculate the distance from the Earth to the Sun. You can calculate the speed of the Earth around the Sun, the speed of the Earth on its axis, the speed of the Sun around the Milky Way galaxy, and the speed of the Milky Way galaxy around the local cluster, all from the Great Pyramid mathematics. So now you got to tell me, how in the world did that fit in with the rolling logs, the water, or the mud ramp? We're talking about advanced technology, advanced beings that made that pyramid as a time capsule of incredible knowledge. A star map even is built into it to tell us who was here in the ancient past and who did it and how. When you take all the temples that are around the pyramid and the other two pyramids that are next to it, and you look at it from the sky looking down, and you connect them, you get a inner planet system of our solar system. You get the sun in the middle, you get Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. So you get the interplanetary solar system from Giza looking straight down. And what's incredible is when you take the NASA interplanetary solar map and you overlay it on that diagram, it matches down to the millimeter. Was NASA around back then?
No.
I'm just asking for a friend. So obviously they knew what the hell they were doing. And also the distance from the sun to the Earth and to all these other planets by the astronomical unit, which is in astrophysics. How did they get that? The Grand Gallery leading up to the King's Chamber, the longitude is the exact digits of the speed of light in meters per second. People,
Oh, really?
Meters didn't exist back then.
You're that like stair tunnel that goes
Yeah.
there? Really?
Yeah, the location is the exact digits of the speed of light in meters per second. But guess what I found?
What's that?
I found Proto-Sumerian cuneiform in Mesoamerica on pottery, and also tablets that show a Proto-Sumerian metric system. And I didn't find it myself, obviously, but I found the record of it and documentation of it. It's legitimate. And so the metric system existed long before that French guy discovered it. He only rediscovered what already existed.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's like, man, then you look at the pyramid, it was sitting on top of an aquifer. The aquifer is dry now because the Nile is gone, the war happened and everything else. But when you have running water underneath magnetized crystal granite, you get physiostatic electricity. Those ions push up into the Grand Gallery. Some of the water comes up and goes down into the Queen's Chamber. I'll talk about that in a second. The energy from those ions moves up into the King's Chamber. It stepped up. Well, before it had to have that little box there. The box was added, by the way. Before that box was there, it had the capability of creating fusion and sending electricity through apex. When the pyramid was broken, the structure was broken, they added that box. That box is the same exact dimensions as the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the
box
Covenant
you're talking about, is that like tomb? Like
That same box is also discovered in Cambodia.
How would they even get that in there?
In
Yeah, they
Angkor Wat.
added it later on. How to get? I think a lot of the stuff. I think they teleported or manifested. But look and listen.
Manifested. Teleported.
Let me tell you where I get that from. Let me tell you where I get it from. Listen, in the emerald, listen to me.
Come on.
In the emerald tablet, listen to me. I'm gonna give you some science now. In the emerald tablet,
Give us some science.
listen to me. In the emerald tablet, Stoke talks about manifesting solid matter. He talks about it as a specific way, manifesting solid matter.
I mean, it is when you're in there insane to get this too.
Well, let me tell you. He manifests solid matter from photons and cymatic frequencies.
Cymatic frequencies.
Cymatic
What is
is
that?
sound.
Sound waves.
Fuck.
Yeah. So we
Sound
know that from
geometric
string
wave.
theory and quantum physics that the way that the universe is formed and shaped is all based on vibrating microscopic strings that are emanating matter into existence through this frequency creates the illusion of reality. He's talking about this 36,000 years ago. Well, just 5
Photon
years
and sound
ago,
vibration
2
somatic.
scientists in a laboratory in the UK used for the first time ever photons and cymatics to manifest solid matter in a laboratory. Duplicatable, became peer-reviewed science. Peer-reviewed science.
Okay, so
we've now rediscovered a way to create matter from photons and sound frequencies.
And I'm imagining they're doing this on a microscopic
And you guys that been learning from me, you've been doing the same thing. You manifested food, water, medicine, changing water into alcohol. The same thing. I combine that sound with the bottom A. That's why we say bottom A. And then that bottom A is light. And then by that, and then it manifests whatever we tell it to manifest, whether the sound coming from a mind or on audio. And that's what I've been teaching you all this year. You see that? Ain't that awesome? Now you see Billy Carson speaking the stuff I've been talking. We don't know each other. I told you that. Now watch this. Let's keep going. You know me.
And on a microscopic level.
Yes, on a very small level.
But the idea is, if it could be done on a very small level, then it could potentially be done on a very large
Oh,
level.
now you're talking about literally manifesting entire structures.
Oh,
You send into the computer the blueprint you want,
so this is 3D printing.
and this thing prints out a whole building like this. When I went to Angkor Wat, before I get back to the pyramids, I took people on a big tour of Angkor Wat. My
What is
second
Angkor
time.
Wat?
That's the largest temple complex in the world, located in Cambodia.
Oh wow, okay.
And it's a pyramidal type structure. It's got the 3 rises on it, and it looks like poured rock. It's massive. It's a megalithic. The X-Men mansion is based on this thing.
Can we bring that up, Mark?
All right.
And what's it called?
Angkor Wat, Angkor W-A-T, 2 words. Angkor, Angkor, then Wat, W-A-T. Now, what's interesting about Angkor Wat is the legend of the indigenous people there
Yeah, I've seen this.
is that it was built in a day and a night.
Mm-hmm.
But is this like biblical day and night? Like obviously.
No, it's day and night. They said the gods built it in a day and a night. But that's not the only account of hearing that. It's been said in many, many different cultures around the world that a lot of these structures were built at a very rapid pace.
Hmm.
In other words, again, foreknowledge, understanding, construction techniques. They have the whole thing ready to go. They understood. There's the one in the middle there. The middle down
Right here?
to the right. Right. Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
Now look at that moat. This moat, which goes around Angkor Wat, I forget how many hectares it is, but it's more mass of mud removed to create that moat around Angkor Wat than the pyramid itself.
Oh, so the moat isn't natural?
No, it's man-made.
What?
It's more mass than the Great Pyramid by
Okay.
multitudes. Now,
Meaning they had to excavate.
they had to excavate. But
And how did they get the water for it? Did they
Listen.
excavate up until a river or
Good
something?
question.
Yeah.
There's mountains, there's a flow of water coming in, there's some water coming from underneath, and also they had to utilize that water for irrigation. So you're talking about calculus, you're talking about geology,
Yeah.
you're talking about advanced mathematics, you're talking about excavation tech. There it goes.
Oh,
Look at this.
wow.
Look. Excavation technique.
I mean, that's insane.
You don't, as a civilization that long ago, say, you know what, let's drain all of our resources to dig this hole in the ground.
So there's no way that was already naturally forming.
No, they created it from scratch.
I mean, it's a perfect square. That's
Yeah,
pretty
they
well.
created it from scratch. And what's interesting about it is
Holy
this:
shit.
you don't move more mass in the Great Pyramid on a hope and a wish that it's going to work. Think about that for a minute. Do you drain your entire civilization's resources to dig out that much mass and hope it's going to create irrigation and water flow and sustain its height and levels and everything else?
I mean, this is more impressive. Digging out that much
Foreknowledge.
mud is way more impressive.
This is foreknowledge. You don't do this. You don't start a project like this until you already know it's going to work.
But like, how would you even like? I can understand the idea of moving big blocks, right?
Mhm.
And even cutting big blocks, but digging out a moat of that size
Yeah.
with what?
Yeah, exactly.
Shovels? You know what I mean? Like a block is the size that it is,
Yeah.
right? You can maybe carve it out of, some sort of like limestone valley, and then let's say you could move it
Yeah.
with ancient techniques that are, seem pretty rudimentary to us now, but in
Right.
reality they were effective. Let's say that. Moving
possible.
big things is possible.
It's possible.
But to dig out that much,
Yeah.
I mean, it would
That's
just
a
be
lot.
hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people
Yeah.
with a shovel can't even be that big at a certain point in time. It's like, what
It's
the fuck?
13 feet deep.
13 feet deep. Yeah.
Pretty well.
When you do the math,
And then how do you
size-
maintain the walls?
Yeah, it's all.
Because wouldn't like you
It's high
see this,
tech.
but you see this happen. I think with rivers, like the reason why rivers have these bends in them. There's a mathematical formula
Yeah.
that can predict the bends in a river,
correct.
and the erosion patterns that
Okay. So do you see? This is the stuff I've been preaching and telling my own Cambodian people that that the Cambodian people did not make Angkor Wat nor the King Vietnam Chanaman. I said this was created by alien, extraterrestrial snake from the far future, or what I call the gods, the Priatite. That's why you see the Thor, the bird head being here, Antrinu, Sakrik. He's over there, and you see the lion guys over there. He's guarding the knowledge, and you see the magical snake. He's over there. He's the represent the dragon energy, Shatta energy, the alien teacher, the reptilian, the the gray, the Anunnaki, those come from the heaven. They were there, and when they created all the temple, all them hundreds of temples throughout Southeast Asia, it was just like that. It was a second manifestation. It was already, they say, put in the low in the blueprint, and then the 3D, the AI just and manifested the whole thing just like that. And then it's only then they went to other temple Thapro and manifest that. It just beam it in, beam it in, beam it in, just mass manifested. And then but one day, one night, that whole entire sector of Southeast Asia is colonized by different structure that represent the star system, have all the mathematic fractally, holographically representing each other in the universe. And I was telling my own people that, and they said, "Oh, this King German, no, ain't no fucking king built this. It's only built 1 second. They manifested, just 1 second." And that's why when I was taken to the future, and they knew I was coming, they had foresight that I'd be coming there, because I'm the amazing individual that going to be going to Angkor Wat, will be taken to the future. They already knew it, and they know I will be born. How awesome is that? They know that a God like me come back, incarnated as a human being, as a galactic pimp, and to be trained in the knowledge of the universe, and to bring that back so I can be an example for others and share what I know with them and tell them the history of what truly happened in our time. People in the future from our parallel universe came to our earth and pretty much created all the temple of the world one day, one night. That's it. That means they go around the world and manifest everything 1 second. Done. And that's why I have the knowledge of how to manifest stuff and teaching everyone how to manifest food, water, medicine, because combining sound with light, somatic sound, which is with light. And that's why you see the, let me see. And there's something, let me see, I'll show you the somatic sound. You see it on the snake. Mini snake head statue. Angkor. Okay, you see that? That thing right there, they have the Semitic sound. Let me choose one. Okay, let me show you. Look, this is what they've been doing right there. Look. See, you see it right there? That's the sound, somatic sound they use to, they even give the blueprint how to manifest it. They even give the somatic sound. Oh, mommy. Yes, mama?
Can I out?
Oh, right now?
Yeah?
Oh, can I finish this up? Let me finish give me 15 minutes. That okay?
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye. Okay. Yeah. Do you see now? Do you see the Semitic sound? This is a big one here. Look, the big one right there. See it? And then this little one here, little one here, little one here. They was given blueprint to, yes, that's right there. That was right there. It was right in front of you. I see it because I'm from the future. I have all the knowledge. They pour all their knowledge on me because they know that I'm an open mind, open heart individual. I don't judge. I'm not a racist. I'm not prejudiced. and they know that I was the chosen one. I was the chosen one, you know. And the reason they don't chose other people, because number one, they they don't believe in themselves. The reason they chosen me because I believe in myself. I believe in me. And because of that, I have confidence in who I am. I believe in my experience. That's why they took me. Because I'm open mind, I'm open heart, I believe in myself. That was the criteria. They took me. And then they won't take any other people because everyone else believe in Buddha, everyone else believe in Jesus, everyone believe in Allah, everyone believe in God, but no one ever believe in themselves. So that's a reason, except me. I was automatic, I believe in myself automatically because I believe in my body, my emotion, my mind, my spirit, because that's who I am. So I allow my experience. And then when I went to the temple on top and I feel a presence pushing me to want to sleep, and I sleep, I woke up in the future. And that was the criteria. And now, here it is. Here I am, the enlightenment one, the chosen one. I'm the hero. I'm the hero. That they chosen to be an example. You know? Look at that. Ain't that amazing? Right there. The Semitic. And they taught me all the secret. And they download all the history, how they created temple. It only took them 1 second. They went around the world 264 million years ago. The people from the future came. And within that 24 hours, yes, day and night, and all 1 second around the world. That means they move it in 1 second throughout the day side, 1 second through the night side, and boom. And they colonized, they created, and they artificialized the entire planet 264 million years ago. And they manifest. All the temple lasted till our time. And this stone structure all work like a star map, a computer, everything built into the structure, the geometry itself. Ain't that amazing? The Angkor Wat temple. And that's why it was no some Cambodian king that built it. They didn't have the technology to build it. It was never built by human being. It was never, they don't have the tool of technology. This thing was built by people from the future. Human being from the future. Extraterrestrial being from the future. And that came and built it and only take 1 second to build all around the world. It was like that. It was no slave, no nothing. They don't even have that kind of stuff. They just 3D printed with light and sound. And that was it. It was no King Javadaman. All that, just some guys that say, oh, I need to make myself powerless, bullshit the people. Yeah, it's all a scam. It's just bullshit the people. Say, oh, I did it. No, you didn't. It was the people of the future, the AI, the extraterrestrial. And that's how it worked. And that's why I came here, and I don't care who believe me or not believe me, because I've been preaching this. I've been preaching this many years ago. And look at now, people finally get it. Finally get it. Finally get it now. And now this guy, this Billy Carson, he's a black man. He's been traveled around the world. He began to hear, collaborate, began to, did his research, and he began to say the same thing I say. But me, on the other hand, I've been took to the future and been showed the road. How awesome is that? I don't care if people think it is. I'm not a humbling guy. I tell the truth who I am. I tell you where I've been. And that's why this isn't called a subject today. It's called enlightenment. To be full of light. And I look, when you're talking to me, you're going to talk to reality and truth. You're not going to talk to a moral person. You're not going to talk to an immature person. You're going to talk to a realist person. And that's who I am. So I want to show you, I want to demonstrate today that I'm not the only one have been giving this knowledge. People who did research many years came to the same, they finally found the knowledge that I was given. But me unlucky is because I was taken to the future at Angkor Wat temple. And I was given the knowledge, the history, how this whole world, how this whole universe came to be. Was created by an artificial intelligence. And the AI of the future, they time travel. So it can time travel to even before the humans create and see how things work. They create their own universe, and we're in, and our universe, their universe inside another artificial intelligent universe, and so forth and so forth and so forth. And that was it. Now, that's the reason. Now, people who want to fight against the AI is that no are fantasy talk, no are illogical, no are immature thinking. Trace matter to its origin. People create artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence is as human creation is a tool. It will help us. Was created to help us to create planet, galaxy, battle planet, and universe. And that's what artificial intelligence create for. And also to plan things for us, to take care of us so we can focus on spiritual yoga development. Pantajali Yoga Sutra, which is to become the union with the object, a different type, and become master of it and obtain its ability. So, any question? Did you enjoy this sermon of enlightenment? That you see that with Billy Carson talk about the same thing about manifestation combining sound and light. And he mentioned that no human built Angkor Wat temple or the other temple around in that area. It was the alien, human beings from the future, AI from the future, that able to combine light and sound to manifest. Even talk about the emerald, how to manifest object into reality. And even I taught you the method. Those who follow my work, I taught you how to manifest food and water too. Solid food, solid water into the food, the brain, and the chest. And object and magical gun, magical drone, and etc. I did it. And I did the same thing. I combined light with sound, which is somatic. And I saw you somatic with that snake. Somatic sound symbol. So, I don't know if I ain't awesome, I don't know who is awesome. I know I'm just awesome. Okay? I know sometimes talking to me, listening to me is quite strange. But you know what? I try to talk decent and mature for people can handle mature. But when people who is immature, I talk immature to them and show a super reflection of who they are. So that's the only way to do it, because they talk nonsense, I put super nonsense on them. If they talk sense, I put super sense on them. You know, I'm like a super mirror. My goal is to be an example so you can talk right. And from my experience, your teaching is true. So this is all making sense. Yeah, that's the point. I've been teaching everyone the truth who've been following my work. But now to have Billy Carson came to the same understanding as I was giving so freely, and he went through long year research and collaboration to finally came to the same conclusion. I feel very warm. Just I've been talking about AI and alien for a long, long time. Now people in Cambodia and don't follow my work, and here begin to see that say on the news and everything talk the way I talk. Even the Brahman guy talk the way I talk. Just that I was there first. I was given by the alien. The alien gave the knowledge to me, but now other people who did long year hard research and traveling, guess what? They came to the same conclusion as the knowledge that I was given so freely when I was in the future. And I'm so happy. So no King Viradaman built the temple of Angkor or Taprom. None of them built it. It was the ET. It was the gods. It was the Anpreprom. The king of angel, which is the ET, built it. The king of angel, that means the king of alien. And you know, Thor and them, they built. That's why you see his symbol, the birdman, the bird head with the beak, you know, bird head with the beak. That's Thor. That when Cambodia call it Antrinuk or Krieg, some Krieg, yeah, some Krieg. That means it translates basically, it means Thor. The race of Thor. You see them in every temple and everywhere you go in Cambodia, you see Thor. Thor holding the temple. Thor did it because he's the builder. So everything collaborates and they manifest it just like that because they have high technology. I am the son of Atlantean. Super crew here. I'm the son of Lemuria. Me, I'm the Atlantean. I'm the son of Thor. Should even look at my face, you can see it like a beat, the beat, you know, the beat right there. Look at that. Look at me, Kimmy. Don't look like Thor. Look at the way you see me now. Do ya? I got you at the right angle. Correct. See it, Kimmy? You're the black bird, I'm the brown bird. You see, can't miss it. Like the beat. Oh, but the whole idea is, see, they do manifestation. They manifest the whole thing, a 3D print. So now our scientists, even talk about now, scientists have captured the technology now. Mm-hmm. See, they captured that technology now. And now they can do it, but on a small, now they got the massive small, it's going to they can enlarge it and make it big. But I already taught the manifestation technology combining sound and light and somatic. Somatic, now you see what somatic is. It's right here. See? You see right there? Each snake have it. Each snake have it. There's the big one, and there's a little one, little one, little one, little one, like that, see? So that just let you know. I hope this was enlightenment conversation. Did you enjoy today? See? So no King Vimaraman built the Angkor Wat temple. Admin at Na Pakat Angkor Wat Che Manu that Min Pia Bat Che Vimana Che Pre En like they read Tan Put Tevada. They read Nang Pretty Tape Nang they Pakat Angkor Wat Nang Chuk Ma Wadao. Min Angkor Wat Pasat Tang pyramid around the world. China pyramid, Egypt, everybody, Taprum Pasat Ni Pasat No Pre here. It's all Chuk Mountain. They all manifested into reality. Over here, Taprum, Angkor Wat, the pyramid, the China pyramid, the Bosnia pyramid. No one make it on the human level. It was them, the alien, the Kruit, the Taurus, the son of Lantium, your great grandfather, Thor, your great grandfather, you know, the Anunnaki. They the one that manifested into all the temple and pyramid throughout the world. Just like I told you they were. And now this guy say the same thing I said. Yes. Now you see my future, the Birdman, the Thor, son of Thor. Crit, crit, crit. Hey, Kimmy, hey, you better give me an update. What's going on? Did them guys come back to you? How about the app? Is it going to be able to do what we do? You know what I'm talking about? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This enlightenment talk today. Okay, thank you everyone. So no King Vimaraman built the temple, okay? Those are just propaganda. Those are just lies. Now you know who built it. It's Pre Ati Tep. That means Tan like Pre En, or Buk Pre En like Tevada, Tan Tevarik, it's Pre Ati Tep. That means Indra. You know? They built this. The alien, your great grandfather Thor, and his cohort, the Anunnaki, is some progress being made, but still taking time. Okay, good. Okay, you see, I've been promoting the app of a website. Also, go to go to baramay1.com, baramay1.com to get a device and to buy Autodoc token to support me. So can have some money also to go to the convention again to enlightenment people. Just let you know, when I talk to mature people, I talk super mature to them. But when I talk to asshole, I talk super asshole to them. Because asshole understand asshole talk. Bullshitter understand bullshit talk. Mature being understand mature talk. And then cognitive dissident people, I will talk them in cognitive dissident talk. Does that make sense? I'm a mirror. So I will change my channel to mirror you. And so we can understand each other. If I talk to cognitive distant people with talk maturity, it won't work. Maturity language only talk with mature people. Immature language is talk with immature people. That's why I will scan you, and whatever level you are, that's the language I talk with you. Even snug talk, big talk, whatever. Just let you know where I'm coming from. I'm mirroring you. I'm mirroring you. The word mirroring, get it? I'm mirroring you. Like when I channel unimetric one, I'm mirroring unimetric one. changing the channel, changing the mirror. And that's what I'm doing. So I hope this conversation was very helpful. Now you see every temple was built by the extraterrestrial. 1 second, it's done. That was it. Thank you, and it was awesome talk. We see you again. And go to alienevent.com for getting ticket to see me at the conference again, convention conference. Be October the 17th to the 20th. That means Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So to get any of my advice to buy Autodoc token, so go to bartamay1.com, BARAMAY1.com. Thank you so much, and we'll catch up with each other again. Thank you. Bye-bye.